Why AK47 style rifle? I will give you 5 main reasons why you should own AK and the one bonus reason. So let's start right away with point number 1, and it is really not important which one is 1 and which one is number 5, but I will start with something what I think is extremely important: no lubrication required. Guys, I will tell you right away that the AK can run absolutely dry. If you're following us, you know, sometimes even for the 5,000 rounds, the AK will run completely fine and there will be no damage to the components. I'm not telling you to not lubricate the AK parts, internal parts, but the truth is it can handle the cycling on a completely dry setup. So you don't need to lubricate the AK at all to perform. Number 2, AK is extremely easy to clean. As we have learned, even with AKOU testing and the videos, you guys seen that the AR-15s, which went through the program, can handle a lot of dirt. That's not the question. This is what the people are getting wrong. They're comparing AK to the AR, and you see all those crazy mud tests or our Sand Tornado test. That's cool. The AR can handle that too. However, any rifle, I don't care what kind of rifle, the FN, FAL, AKs or ARs, they get to the point that they are dirty, gummed up with either debris, sand, mud, whatever. And AK, it is extremely simple to clean. You can pop the dust cover, dump the components, and you got instant access to the basically a chamber, right? And the Trion, you can sweep this out, or you can even use the creek and flush it out, and boom, you're back in action. As you know, if you got, let's say, AR to clean the mud or something, or debris, or even gunk, which is stuck somewhere around the chamber area, that's the fight, okay? And it takes time. It could be done, of course, but it takes time. So I think that the AK and how easy it is to clean takes the edge here. So that's one of the points which is very important to me. Extremely good ergonomics. And I know this is a controversial one. People think that the ergonomics on AK are bad, but again, this is a wrong take. You're looking at it from the maybe a little bit Western side of point of view. Of course, the shouldering, the rifle, immediately you follow the line and it's easy to shoulder, easy to use. What I mean by easy to use as far as the basic operations, safety lever just goes down and you can start shooting, and it's placed in the way where the people can easily comprehend what this is doing. And sometimes you see the new person exposed to the AK, if they will push just the charging handle, they will figure it out immediately that you cannot do this. The rifle will not cycle. So the next logical thing to do will be to drop the safety. This is, it works very, very easy for the human brain. Now, as far as the safety controls, this is what the people do not understand. AK is designed, once you know that you're in that danger zone, the safety goes down and stays down until the threat is eliminated. Nobody is flipping the safety. This goes back, that flipping of the safety, that is something what happened. I will blame the GWAT, the Global War on Terror, for that, because even if you will talk to the Vietnam veterans, which were both running M16s or M14s, they will tell you, hey, when they were on the patrol and they knew something's going to happen, nobody was fucking around with the safety. Safety was the fire mode was selected, and that's it. Nobody was flipping the safety. That changed. Of course, I'm not saying this is wrong, what people are doing on the ARs today, but that culture came in, I would say, probably in the late 90s, and then the global war on terror and everything was amplified, and that's what happened. But the basic operations on AK, the safety lever goes down, stays down, you eliminating the threats, hey, everything is done, safety goes up. That's it. Like if you will go back to Black Hawk Down, this is my safety.
Delta or no Delta, that's a hot weapon. You know better than that. Your safety should be on at all times on base.
Well, it's my safety, sir.
Right? Ultimately, this is my safety. So these are like a basic sub points for the good ergonomics, and I don't understand why the people bitch about the ergonomics on the AK. It is really easy to use and operate the rifle. You just have to stop trying to use it like AR. You have to just go with the flow. Going back to that safety, but even today on the more modern AKs, that was addressed as well. If you like to keep maneuvering that safety lever, that could be easy accomplished by all those enhanced safety levers on the AK, and you're immediately falling back to the trigger guard and you're ready to shoot if you want to do that. But even with the simple safety, which has the benefits too, other benefits which I will explain in a second, it could be doable. And if you will apply to that mode that you know what you're doing with the fire controls after the safety lever go down, that could be handled. Right now, charging handle, guys, the charging handle of course is easy to pull by hand because it's sticking out, so no matter what you're wearing, what kind of gloves or just the bare hands, it's easy to pull and load the cartridge from the magazine to the chamber. But there is one more thing about that charging handle and how it was designed. From time to time we all have the failure to extract of empty cases from the chamber, and I don't care what rifle you're shooting, it happens on all of them. But on the AK, to clear this is extremely simple. You lower, of course, safety down, safety goes to the fire position, and then this safety was designed so you can put your boot on it like this, hold it, of course pointed the 45 degrees away from you, and then you will kick the charging handle down, and that gives you the tremendous force to pull that cartridge out from the chamber, that spent case, not cartridge, that spent case out of the chamber. Where on AR, right, we have to mortar it and things like this. No need to mortar it. You don't mortar anything on a AK. You just put the rifle 45 degrees, you step on the charging handle, and hopefully that will be enough force to pull out that stock empty case inside. All right, point number 4, simple to use and learn. There is a reason why you got even kids in Africa running AKs. Iron sights are extremely simple. The slider goes up, and numbers are for the meters, 100 meters 2, for 200 meters 3, for 300 meters, and so on. So immediately you know how to adjust for the distance. This is no magic, there's no turn knobs or anything like this. Very simple sights to understand and to learn. And then of course the front post, everyone understands how to align the front post. This is like duplication of the pistol sights on the pistols, but this type of the iron sights was used going back to, like, you know, 1800s and things like this. So people know how to use those sights. The peep sights are absolutely great, there is no question about that. And then we are trained to use, if you have those advanced peep sights like on M16s or the older version of M4s, because now they changed a little bit too, but if you have the old ones, when you are trained on them, or on M14s, right, it is absolutely beautiful system, sighting iron sight system, and they're very accurate, right? But it takes some knowledge how to operate them, how to use them versus just the stupid slider. And so this is from the basics point of view, and how much time you need to train someone on AK iron sights. There's like maybe 30 seconds, that's it. Instead of trying to explain clicks and MOAs and things like this. So iron sights on AK are extremely simple. Simple fire control. Again, this is this lever goes down, you rock and roll, right? Hey, you want to have a full auto, you push the one. If you got the receiver and the AK, full real AK, you will push it one up then for the full automatic fire. This one is not, because it's a civilian version, right, of the AK. That's why I say AK-47 style rifles. We do not have the real AK-47s or AKMs in the United States. I mean, there are some, but very few, and hard to get it. Anyway, I digested. So the fire control is extremely simple. Again, it is very easy to learn someone, and that lever is big enough to register for the brain and to move it. When you have on a AR or on a FAL too, right, that small thumb selector switch, some people, like if you will expose someone new to the AR or to even FAL, they look at all these, you know, levers, things like the ping pong paddle on the left side on the AR, and they're getting confused, they're getting overwhelmed. You show the AK, you say, hey, safety lever, fire for control, goes down. When you are teaching someone, right, how to operate the AK, it goes like this. The people are picking up this extremely fast. Now, this is one of the points which I think people are missing too often on AK. It is extremely simple to take apart. The components, main components, are large, easy to disassemble, and easy to put together. Pop the hood, pull out the guts, put it back together. There is no alignments. There's no like fine alignments like you have on the other rifles. Even I use AR, but I will talk about the FAL too, right? On the FAL, you have to make sure that the bolt slides in and it's aligned on the rails and things like this. Not complicated, don't get me wrong, but you have to pay a little bit more attention. Here, I mean, like, it is so, it is like a caveman type approach, how to disassemble or assemble the AK, and the people usually catch on this very quickly, from the kids to the you know, like really old adults too. So, and the main parts are big. It's hard to lose them, and the bolt goes to the bolt carrier, that's it, right? And you got the bolt carrier with the piston already attached, and this is not getting disconnected. So it's hard to lose those parts. If you will take the AR apart, and well, if you will disassemble to the AK to the point when you got the firing pin and the extractor claw, yeah, you can lose those parts too. But main parts are very bulky, very easy to put together, and assembly and disassembly is extremely simple on AK. Number 5, the AK is winterized to use out of the box, and I'll switch to my like a winter gloves. So these are much thicker gloves. There's no problem to fit them to the trigger guard, and it will take, you know, really large gloves for the user to jam up that trigger guard. The trigger guard by default is large. I know on the AR you can swap them, make them larger, but here it is ready to use right away. You got the pedal, which is easy to hit and touched with the gloves and get the magazines out. And finally, the safety, again, the safety in the gloves, even in the mittens. If you got the mittens, or sometimes they got those mittens like 3 fingers connected together, and you only got the finger, trigger finger out, it's easy to activate that safety and operate that safety lever with the winter gloves. Then, of course, you have a large charging handle. It's easy to charge AK with the gloves, even mittens. Again, even with mittens you can do that, and you can execute the charging, perform the charging. Where with the AR, yes, they have the enlarged the charging handles and things like this, but now you're spending more and more money, right, to putting and making this winter ready. So I think if you're living in like a Midwest or the northern states, that's an extra bonus to have. Well, if you are in Florida, you probably don't care, but it's nice to have it. And the AK is absolutely, like, this is a dream rifle for the winter operations. And again, even for the adjusting the iron sights, it's easy to squeeze those iron sights even in the large winter gloves and adjust for the distance if you have to. Now, the last point I talk about, the bonus is to accessorize, easy to accessorize. Today, you can do with the AK whatever you want. Check this out. This is my like go-to rifle, right? 556, so it's running on a 556 cartridge. I do have very reliable optic on it, no problem with attaching the lasers. So this is my setup for the active night targeting, and it's working, it's holding the zero. And actually in the last 3 months I had to use it twice, and I'm still around, I'm still alive, and I'm unharmed. So I use it and it's working, I know that for sure, okay? And then I do have a suppressor, and you can put the suppressors on AK, do whatever you want. So you can create any setup you want today with the accessories which are widely available for the AK. And that's not even a question anymore. The situation changed, right? If you will go 10 years back, it was still, you know, you could get some accessories and everything, but today you can do almost whatever you want. So for those who like to pimp out their setups and things like that. All right, guys, 5 main points and 1 extra bonus point. I think that's it. If you have any questions, please let me know. Also, the final note, guys, we still have tons of problems with YouTube. The YouTube is holding 2 strikes back against us. 1 more strike and we are gone from the YouTube forever. That's what it says. So our strikes were not removed. Our videos were deleted and they were not put back. So we are still taking penalized, we are being penalized by the YouTube. If you want to follow AKOU, of course, follow us on Rumble. I uploaded tons of videos on Rumble already, and of course, follow the blog, right, our website. So that's it. If you have any questions, let me know. It was a pleasure to finally talk to you guys. Bye.